Nobody expected England versus France to turn into one of the wildest matches in World Cup history. Two football giants, packed with world-class talent, stepped onto the pitch with pride on the line. What followed wasn't just another football match, it was complete madness. From the opening whistle, England came out with unbelievable intensity. Their pressing was relentless, every attack looked dangerous, and France seemed completely caught off guard. Before many fans had even settled into their seats, England had already found the back of the net. France tried to respond, but every time they looked ready to fight back, England struck again. The pace of the game was simply unbelievable. Defenders struggled to keep up, midfield battles became chaotic, and both goalkeepers were constantly under pressure. By half-time, social media had exploded. Fans around the world couldn't believe what they were watching. Some were calling it the greatest World Cup thriller ever, while others questioned how two elite defenses could allow so many chances. Then came the second half, and somehow, things became even crazier. France refused to surrender. Led by their biggest stars, they launched wave after wave of attacks. Every goal shifted the momentum, and every minute brought fresh drama. England looked close to losing control, yet somehow continued finding answers whenever France closed the gap. Individual brilliance lit up the stadium. Spectacular finishes, defensive mistakes, controversial refereeing discussions, and breathtaking counterattacks kept everyone glued to the screen until the final whistle. When it was finally over, England emerged victorious in a stunning 6-4 victory over France, securing third place after one of the highest-scoring matches of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But beyond the incredible scoreline, one question remained. As the second half began, it became clear that this match was no longer about tactics, it was about survival. France knew they had nothing to lose, and they attacked with everything they had. Their forwards found more space, their passing became sharper, and suddenly England's defense looked vulnerable. Every French goal reignited hope. The crowd sensed a comeback, and the momentum shifted several times. For a few unforgettable minutes, it looked like France might actually erase England's advantage. But England refused to panic. Instead of sitting back, they continued attacking. Their midfield controlled possession at key moments, while their forwards punished nearly every defensive mistake France made. It was an incredible display of composure under pressure. The biggest problem for France wasn't their attack, it was their defense. Every time they committed players forward, England found huge gaps on the counterattack. Quick transitions, clinical finishing, and intelligent movement repeatedly exposed France's back line. Fans online couldn't believe the scoreline. Football analysts described the match as one of the most entertaining games of the tournament, with both teams producing moments of brilliance while also making costly defensive errors. The match became an instant talking point across social media, with supporters praising England's resilience and questioning how France conceded so many goals. For England, this victory wasn't just about finishing third. It was a statement that, despite the heartbreak of their semi-final defeat, they still had the character to end the tournament on a high. The players celebrated passionately, knowing they had delivered a performance fans would remember for years. For France, however, the defeat raised difficult questions. How could one of the tournament's strongest teams concede 6 goals on the biggest stage? Were tactical decisions to blame, or did the pressure simply overwhelm them? The turning points that changed everything. When football fans look back on this incredible England versus France clash, they won't just remember the 10 goals. They'll remember the moments that completely changed the course of the match. The first major turning point came when England refused to slow the game down after taking the lead. Instead of defending deep, they continued pressing high and attacking with confidence. That aggressive approach caught France off guard and forced them into mistakes they rarely make on the international stage. The second turning point was France's decision to push more players forward in search of a comeback. While it created exciting attacking opportunities, it also left huge spaces behind their defense. England exploited those gaps with lightning-fast counterattacks, turning defensive recoveries into devastating goals within seconds. Individual performances also made the difference. England's attackers remained clinical under pressure, converting key chances when the game could have swung the other way. Their midfield kept its composure during the most chaotic periods, while the team showed remarkable resilience every time France threatened to close the gap. France, meanwhile, displayed flashes of world-class quality in attack, proving why they were among the tournament favourites. But defensive lapses, poor positioning, and missed opportunities ultimately proved too costly against an England side that punished nearly every mistake. By the final whistle, England had secured a spectacular 6-4 victory and claimed third place in unforgettable fashion. The match instantly became one of the defining spectacles of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, a game filled with relentless action, dramatic momentum swings, and unforgettable goals. The legacy of an unforgettable World Cup classic. Long after the celebrations ended and the stadium lights went out, the England vs France showdown continued to dominate football conversations around the world. It wasn't just another third-place playoff, it became one of the most memorable matches of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. For England, the victory was about far more than winning bronze medals. After the heartbreak of missing out on the final, many questioned how the team would respond. Instead of letting disappointment define them, they produced one of the tournament's most fearless attacking performances. Their resilience, determination, and ability to keep scoring under pressure earned widespread praise from fans and pundits alike. For France, the defeat was a painful reminder that even the strongest teams can be punished when defensive discipline disappears. Their attacking quality was evident throughout the match, but football is decided at both ends of the pitch. Conceding 6 goals against a world-class opponent highlighted mistakes that will likely be analyzed for years by coaches and analysts. The match also reinforced a larger lesson about modern football. Tactical systems, star players, and pre-match predictions can all change in an instant when momentum shifts. A single mistake, a brilliant counterattack, or a moment of individual brilliance can completely rewrite the story of a game. Supporters from every corner of the world flooded social media with reactions, calling the contest one of the most entertaining World Cup matches they had ever witnessed. Highlight clips spread rapidly, with fans replaying the spectacular goals, dramatic momentum swings, and non-stop action. Years from now, statistics will show that England defeated France 6-4 to secure third place. But numbers alone will never capture the emotion, intensity, and excitement that unfolded on the pitch. This was more than just a football match, it was a reminder of why the FIFA World Cup remains the biggest stage in the sport. On one unforgettable night, England and France delivered a spectacle that will be remembered as one of the tournament's greatest classics.